and to the Landlord Tenant Show with Miss Rindy and Miss Keita, where we talk about all types of stuff and other stuff.
She love the other stuff.
Oh, I'm always on that other stuff. Anyway, so today, I know last week we said we was gonna have a guest. We're gonna have somebody who's been a tenant and possibly a landlord or whatnot. Here we are. I know y'all like, y'all so stupid.
Yeah, but
But
it's transparency.
Well, it gives credibility to what we're talking about. Because obviously you probably thought, maybe some of y'all didn't know. We're not just real estate agents, and I don't really promote it the way I should be. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, either way though, she is a property manager, so she understands the landlord side, but she's been one before just the same, as well as being a tenant. I myself have been an owner as well as a tenant. So we understand the things that happen, and I could even give you stories about, even the mistakes I've made, and mistakes she's probably made just the same, and just things that you learn along the way. Sometimes you can be a little young and dumb, for lack of a better word, and it's all experience, and you just chalk it up, you learn from it, and you move on from forward. It. Yeah, that's all you can do. So with that being said, I hope you guys are having a great day. I want you to like, subscribe, and share. Comment if you can, because we all can use all types of information, and I'm pretty open. I know Ms. Rindy pretty open to any type of criticisms or any questions, knowledge that you may want to impart, because we don't know everything. And not saying we're supposed to. Who wants to know everything?
That's not fun.
Because I'm gonna tell you, you ever seen Indiana Jones, the Crystal Skull? She was like, I want to know everything. Them doggone aliens was giving her all the information. Then she was like, no, stop. I'm like, I know. You don't want to know everything. Because that could be very, very, dangerous, very scary. And then the things that you end up knowing, you're like, I wish I didn't know that. I wish I never heard that. And then it's like, especially when people tell you secrets and stuff, like, why you tell me that? I don't want to know that. Why you want to give me all the goods?
I can't talk to you no more.
Like, I don't even want that tea. That's bad tea. I need, some things you just don't want to know. And I know I get to that point, it's just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I just told somebody on the phone, like, you know what? You ain't got to explain nothing to me. I'm good. Like, I don't need no explanation.
Not your social worker.
Right. No explaining, Lucy. I don't need no explanation. Okay? Although hers was funny. But I'm going to leave that alone. So, anyway, Rindy, want to start?
Sure. I rented for my first time. I was 18.
That's young.
Yeah. And me and my boyfriend was about to rent a house in Hamtramck. It was such an experience because, God look over his people. Okay? We had done gave this landlord our money. We all excited. Oh, this is so cute. The house looked nice. From an untrained eye, I was like, oh, it's a nice little 2-bedroom, lower flat, in my head, putting stuff places. And when we got ready to come give him the keys, because when we saw it, we gave him a deposit. And when we got ready to get the keys from him, we got there before him. And the guy that lived upstairs was like, baby girl, let me tell you something. Don't rent from him. And me and John looking like, why not? He said, listen. He said he owned this whole block. He said he is a slumlord. He said everybody got roaches. He said, and I'm not trying to scare you. He said, but I just moved from downstairs. He said they kept busting my door down. Because I'm going to be honest with you. He said, at first I wasn't going to say nothing. But I see you with this little baby. I got to let you know, I sell dope.
Wow.
He said, let me show you something. So we walking around the house. He lift up the toilet thing, the toilet top, and he showed me that it was a shoestring tied to the handle in the inside. He said he wouldn't even fix this. He said I did that because he wouldn't fix it. I had to do that. He like, it's cold in here in the wintertime. He said because ain't no walls behind this paneling.
Nah.
He was like, boom, boom, boom. You see that? I was like,
hollowed in the mud.
So then here come the landlord, right? Y'all don't know, but I could get very dramatic if I have to.
I know.
I'm like, get my money. He like, what are you talking about? What are you talking? You don't get your money back. You gotta get the unit. I said, listen, give me my money. He tried to show me 2 more units on the same block. And one, he had some crackheads painting in there. And I was like, this is crazy. All the colors, there was like 6 colors in that house. I was like, nah, me and my son gonna be retarded and crazy in this world. The other one, which was the upper unit, I said I don't really want an upper unit because I got a baby. You know, and I know he gonna be running around and stuff. Girl, the people was moving out. Roaches.
No.
I see the roaches. I'm like, She like, girl, we been waiting on the lower unit. They moving to another unit. I said, sir, if you don't get me my money, I am about to take pictures of all of this stuff. I took my little camera out. He like, okay. He said, here. He said, go down the block to this house was his office. He say, and I'm going to tell her to give you your deposit back. You have to sign off on it. Okay.
Whatever works.
Whatever works, because you about to try to put me and my family in danger and you don't even care. You didn't even care. But that was my first experience. And after that, I was Inspector Gadget. I was like, feeling on cabinets, feeling on walls, looking under stuff, lifting the toilet seat up, you know, checking the water, see if this water, how this shower run, see if this water get hot. I just turned it to, because I couldn't believe it, like, dang. And I was telling my boyfriend, I said, if that man hadn't said nothing,
right,
we was about to move in there. And our first night, they probably would have kicked our door down like, boom, give us the drugs. We were like, we ain't got no drugs.
We just moved in.
We ain't got no drugs, officer. You know?
Wrong people.
Yeah, wrong people.
Like date night.
Look, he upstairs.
You know it.
Or just a man.
You stupid.
But just imagine, you know, that could have been so dangerous.
Yeah.
Or
bad.
imagine people knocking on our door all types of night. Like, can I get one? One to what? What is he asking for?
Yeah. Okay.
So that was my first attempted
experience. Paid experience.
Yeah.
So I got like 2 different ones. So one wasn't a paid, but it was my first experience having roommates, and I thought it was okay for my first real experience. So let me piggyback. My first experience with roommates, I was in the military. I was stationed over in Turkey, and they were doing stuff to our dorm. So, and we had, you know, what they would call suite mates. So you had your own room or whatever, but you had a suite mate that, you know, you shared a bathroom with. Anyway, they moved us into this condemned housing. When I tell you, so I had 2 roommates, and one was already my suite mate, and the other one was someone I had knew back in basic training. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, well, tech school 1. But anyway, so we in this house and we all each got our own room. We got 2 bathrooms. The other second bathroom was a shower stall and the toilet, but it was over there by the laundry room. Now, mind you, there's a back door by that area, and it had like a bit of a gap between the door and the floor. Girl, I didn't know that these palmetto bugs, which look like big old behind roaches or whatever, were coming through the door, but they never made it past the second bathroom, which we never really used unless you was doing number 2. I know that's not nasty, but you had that designated bathroom. So anyway, they never made it past that bathroom because they'll be in the shower stall on their back like,
Girl.
But wait a minute. Then it was like that was one little part of the season. I don't know how long we didn't stay there that long. It seemed like we stayed there for a few months. I don't know. It might have been about 3 or 4 months. But I be doggone. Then all of a sudden we was having ant issues, and it was just like, what's going on? It was like a season. Turkey doesn't have a winter. Their winter is a rainy season. So you see all kind of snails, all kind of stuff. They didn't make it into the house, but the ants did. Then we had a season. Now, by this time, one of my roommates had got married. So it's just me and my suite mate there. And I be doggone, I go to work. I was working midnight. So it was my first midnight working. And I always have I have my Game Boy, my magazines, stuff to keep you up. And I be doggone, I happen to look at my bag. There was these little beady eyes looking at me like, hey, how you doing? I was like, wait a minute, what? I kicked that bag to the captain. I said, there's a mouse in my bag. And he was like, for real? I said, you handle that. So he took my stuff out and took it outside and kind of, I guess, killed the little mouse or whatever. Then it was probably about, at this time, it's probably about 5 o'clock in the morning. Then about 5:30, 6 o'clock, my sweet mate calls me and she's like, girl, there's something rattled in my shoebox. I said, wait a minute, what? It was mouse. I was like, ah! So somehow she got rid of it, but that was like those seasons. Now, fast forward. I'm stationed in Florida. I got sick of being on base. So I'm gonna tell you why. I was on base and I remember reading, I had bought this book called Before the Mayflower. Being on base was fine, but the Before the Mayflower I was reading, I was reading while I was doing my laundry, and I left the book down in what they call a day room. And so when I came back to get that book, do you know somebody put my book in water, put it in the sink, and let water run on it? And it was still running when I got down there. Foul. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go. But before I did, I don't know if anybody know, in the military, you ain't making a whole lot of money, especially to get like certain rankings. And I was at that time a senior airman, so I was at E4. But anyway, so I end up working a second job. I worked at Books A Million before they brought him up here. And I be doggone, so I was working that second job. I was like, okay, we're going to figure this out. Because I had rotating schedule, like, 2 days, 2 swings, 2 midnights. So I'm like, we're going to figure this out on as far as time of work. Anyway, another friend of mine, she ended up getting kicked out the military. So it's kind of perfect in some sense. I was helping her out. She was from Detroit. I'm not gonna mention her name. But anyway,
Cheryl, is that you out there?
But anyway, so I ended up getting an apartment off base. It wasn't the best apartment. The best thing about it was right across the street from Walmart before they came up here. So I knew about Walmart years ago. And so I sound old. But anyway, shut up. Anyway, and then the mall was like around the corner. It was convenient. It wasn't the best apartment, but it was cheap. And I was thin or whatnot, but it was 2-bedroom and in the bathroom. And I could say having her as a roommate was okay until it wasn't. She was working and doing all kind of different stuff, and we would help each other out. But I had a dream because me and her was having a conflict. I can't even remember what that conflict was, but we were going through our little tiff, and I had a dream that she had left. I came home and I saw that all her things were gone, and I called my mom, like, Mom, she gone. Do you know that's exactly what happened? That's exactly how that happened. I came home and all her things were gone, and I'd be doggone, she had left, and I ended up calling my mom, like, hey, da 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 da. So I was like, okay, am I a dreamer or whatever? So with that apartment, like I said, it was cheap, it was convenient, but it was my first real place, and it wasn't bad for it to be cheap. It wasn't bad. The neighborhood was pretty quiet. We didn't have a whole lot of stuff going on or whatever. But I'll say this though, in moving into that apartment, you kind of, it all depends on your quality of life. I knew I didn't want the type of apartment when I got back home or whatever. If I was to ever move into another apartment, I knew I wanted something better for myself. But again, I was like 21.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Because how do you know what you really want if you haven't lived where you really don't want to live?
Yeah.
Because I lived, girl, on the east side.
Hey.
Hold up.
I grew up on the east side.
Of Macon. And when I tell you, I had the worst mouse experience that one could ever have. I don't think I ever moved out of a house so fast. Okay, because
at least you had
the
a
mice, girl, if I didn't have a choice, I'd rather be fighting my way outside. Like, at least out here I'm free, I ain't caged in with them boys, Girl, they say when you see one mice, it's multiple. Okay? So, I'm always the thinker. I said, I know what I'm going to do. Girl, we had the house so pretty. It was just such a purity unit, okay? Sitting on the couch watching TV, I jumped up. I said, did you see that? They said, see what? I said, it's a mouse in here, right? So now I'm scared to put my feet down.
Me on top of counters.
Now I'm up there on the couch with my feet up like, I ain't never going to pee. I'm like, I'm so scared, right? So we went and got some traps. We went and got the sticky traps, right? And that landlord knew that house was infested. All right. I say, I got the little glue traps, and something told me put these. I woke up to I'm like, what the heck is that? Girl, I opened up that closet door. It was like 7 mice on that glue trap. Girl, I just went nuts. Like, I'm waking John up. Like, John, there's 1,000 of them. He like 1,000 of them. Girl, I had never in my life seen that many mice at one time. I said, me and my baby cannot stay here. This house is infested. On one trap, they was hungry. They was going to get that cheese, you hear me? And they migrated together. They was all trying to get off of it. I was like, oh God, they trying to get off. They gonna get us, like they mad now. So, of course, being a man, he got rid of it or whatever. But then, the weekend, my family was coming over. I'm like, I'm scared. Good thing we barbecuing,
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I got ready to plug up the microwave, and the cord was heavy. Okay? Girl, the mouse was on the cord like... Girl, I come running out of the house like, this house is infested! This house is infested! Everybody outside like, what is wrong with her? I said, I can't. I said, the mouse almost got on my hand. It ran up the cord. I had to throw it. I said, I can't. I was so in distress. Let me tell you. I'm like, I'm not sleeping there. I'm like, pack it up. Pack everything. You know what? Matter of fact, just leave everything. Just leave everything.
We'll start over.
We will start over because we might end up taking it with us. He like, they not gonna, mice ain't like roaches. Listen.
I don't care.
Sir, I can't live here. I live in the nigga basement first. You hear me? Like,
look, with the anticipation of possibly a flood.
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with that.
Right.
Get them buckets.
But baby, it was broad daylight. We barbecuing. Really nice. Really? You that disrespectful?
Oh,
That boy
wow.
crawled up that court. I was like, everybody like, she is crazy. No, I've never been through that before.
Oh my God.
At that point, ma'am, you could keep everything I gave you. Just let me free.
Give us free.
Yeah. It was the most ghetto block I had ever lived on. So much stuff happened to me on that block that made me say, this is not for me. Girl, we sitting on the porch with our dog. The guy next door. Hey, y'all fight that dog? We like, no, she's a house pet. Oh, I see that little war wound on her ear. Her brother did that. Oh, y'all should fight her. Because we be fighting dogs over here. I'm like, oh, okay.
Like, nope.
Oh, okay. Go to church. Come back home from church. They in our driveway.
Chilling. Sir, you don't live here.
Is this?
You don't.
Y'all don't have a driveway.
Park
This
on the
is
street.
our. So John like,
Bro.
bro, you gotta get out my driveway. Oh, my bad, man. I seen y'all was gone. I ain't know how long y'all. What does that matter?
Right. Like,
What does
who gave you the
that
right?
matter?
Who gave
This
you
is
the
not
right?
your driveway. You know, what are you talking about? Girl, I'm telling you, it never stopped, Lakita. Every day, it was something. Police knocking on our door. You seen this person? No, we ain't never seen, John, you ever seen that person? We just moved here. We ain't never seen nobody. And, well, stay in y'all house because we found their head on the side of y'all lot. And
The head? Decapitation?
You said the head, sir? Okay, we're going to go in the house and pray for better. We're going to pray for better.
Right.
Lord, send us better, you know. Another time. It just never stopped. And we stayed over there when we had that blackout.
Oh, 2000. So
Girl, they done burnt the lady up, photos down in the house. Lady in the house burnt up dead. Police, fire department, everybody out there. I said, Jesus. Jesus. That was on Mayton. I wouldn't sit, let me tell you something. That's the penitentiary over there. I wouldn't send nobody over there. You hear me? I just would not. I have never in my life been on a block so horrific. You know? One time we sitting on the porch. The guy got a gun. He making the car back up. Back up, MF. Back up. We like, we're gonna go in the house. We're gonna back up. I'm looking out the window like, oh, he is going off. The car backing up, John. Yep, the car backing up. You better back up. He about to kill him.
Okay.
I'm just like, no.
That's too much. It's stressful.
It was cheap, you know. And no, I would rather pay more. So that's when I learned that people pay more for better situations. Okay? Because that right there was like the projects outside of the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, this should have been a gated projects or something. Because
they were gated.
Yeah.
To keep your mess in. Keep it on the inside.
And they looked at us like,
y'all think y'all better than us?
No, we is so hood, we can't help it.
Okay.
But baby, we got out of there so fast. I think we stayed there like maybe two months. But so many things happened, like every day. It was like, what is going on?
Y'all renting?
Yeah.
Wow.
We was like, ma'am, you could take and keep everything because we need to break this here lease and we need to leave. Yeah.
Wow.
I bought my first property after that. I did. I prayed. I don't think I ever prayed so hard. Like, no, I used to be at work like, No, I don't want to go home. I used to want to call my sisters like, can I spend the night at your house because my house is scary. Got mice and men and people with their head cut off and all types of stuff. Yeah,
that's too much.
The dogs is fighting next door. They in my driveway. You're just like, girl, if I go down a list of the stuff that happened, and I'm gonna tell you, but all those experiences made me a great property manager, you know, because I look out for my people, you know, like, nah, I'm not dealing with no slumlords. You know, about to have these people in destitute or some type of crazy situation. I'm not about to be like ignoring them. Like, pay, all I gotta say is, you know, Keita laugh at me because I always say, pay your rent. But believe it or not, people that pay their rent and pay their rent on time, the landlords be graceful. They like, listen, if something happened, they like, listen, Miss Johnson is a good woman. She pay her rent. Mm-hmm. She pay on time. She take care of my house. The grass is cut. The snow is shoveled. We have to look out for her.
Right.
But if you like, I don't know when I'm going to have it. I mean, I'm going to call you. What do you mean?
Relationships.
What do you mean you're going to call me? Don't call me. Send me my money.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. We're talking now. Where's my rent? Wayne County don't want to talk to me.
Not at all.
They want their money.
Today.
And I don't feel like it's my responsibility. This your house, ma'am. This is my property, but you're renting it, and you need to pay your bills. And people just don't. So that made me a great tenant. I've only been a tenant for like, in my whole life, like 6 months. Yeah. Because I was like, let me buy me a house. Because...
Talking about goal-oriented. Like,
yeah, these landlords are...
I'm intentional about what I'm about to do.
Very intentional. And that's in life. We have to be intentional.
Yeah.
You have to think about your children. You have to think about, is this a crazy person I'm renting from? You know, they don't care about me and my family. You didn't fumigate. You didn't go around. Because when I called her about the mice, she like, oh, I'm going to have to get the exterminator out there. When?
Yeah.
When?
Because the mice ain't stopping. They ain't gonna say, oh, they ain't coming till such and such time.
Ma'am, I can't sleep. Ma'am, I can't sleep.
Like, this is not comfortable. This is not comfortable at all. Yeah.
Because if 6 of y'all was on one trap, where the rest of them at?
Like I said, at least you had an
It
option.
wasn't enough room.
I didn't have an option.
Nikita.
Oh my gosh.
I feel for you, babe. But
I'm glad I mean, you know, we ain't had no problems after that, but yeah, that mice situation, bug situation, I'm like, oh
yeah.
I don't like none of it. And it's just like, it was just seasoned. Like, what in the world?
See, I don't even like eating outside. I don't want to eat the air. I already breathe it. And I don't want to fight for my food. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, I'm trying to cook, excuse me? You know?
You know what?
You're like, okay, I can't eat this. Because I'm finna knock the plate out my own hand.
Right.
Trying to defend my potato salad, you know? So, yeah, I can't live like that with mice and roaches and ants. And I feel like I'm in the wilderness. Like, kids, come on, we just gonna go sleep in the backyard.
On the grass.
In a tent.
Oh, in a tent. In a little tent.
Did you hear that, Mama? Yes, lay down.
You know. Yeah, I better pull that zipper down. Shoot. My phone out here. Pull the zipper down.
Girl, I've never been a camper. Oh, we going camping. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Because what I'm not about to wake up to is getting mauled by a bear or...
Just, I don't like the outdoor plumbing. What we doing? What we doing?
I bring tissue, so where we disposing this at?
The leaves? Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
No, and some of these houses look like that. I just took back a house the other day. We're not gonna get on that. Go ahead, Keita, take us out.
Okay, so
We got to show a way.
we
can show.
right now we got more stories we could tell, but because we're like kind of strapped for time, we gotta go. But we appreciate you guys listening, and again, please like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that stuff. If you like my shirt, I did this design myself. Start posting my stuff.
Pray about it.
Oh, you should be okay. This need start posting stuff or whatever. And we got the tiger season coming. I got other stuff going on too. So anyway, we appreciate you guys. You have a great week. Love you guys. Bye.
Oh, look at that.
I got it today.
It's on that,
Good, all right.
on that today.